Well, hello and welcome to Roland's Reviews. All right, let me get this tab minimized. If you will, please do me one small favor. If you will hit the like button, that would be absolutely marvelous. All right, I'm going to, let me see. All right, let me minimize that. All right, so here we go. All right, as you fill up the chat room, Chubbs, where have you been? I thought about you yesterday. I said, where is Chubby? Oh my goodness. So when I have a topic such as this, it can be a little incendiary. So just know that um, you may be familiar with this because actually this video has gone viral. And I want to know what your thoughts are. And I have to use my choose and use my words carefully because people don't watch the entire video and then they come after you in the comment section. And sometimes all I say is, please go back and view the entire video. You know how people tend to take things out of context. And so there's that. Okay. I will do the roll call momentarily. All right, let me get this going here. All right. Hit the like button, please, as you enter the chat room. And let me go get this set up the right way here. All right, so I'm going to, okay, there we go. Chubbs, where have you been? Oh my goodness, you tore your ACL. Oh, you fell. Okay, because I was just wondering, oh my God, where is Chubby? Chubbs, we're definitely glad that you are back. And you need to be a little more careful. How about that, Chubbs? All right, so I've stopped that. And Aurelius, how you doing? Yeah, I'm going to send you some praying hands. Connie, how are you? Let me send you some praying hands in the chat section there. Global Logistic. All right. Folks, do me a favor and share this stream out. I would definitely like to have more takes on this particular subject matter. And again, let me preface it with saying this lady does not represent everyone, but we know what's going on now in reference to the people who don't have their paperwork together and they are being deported. And a lot of people are angry at Black Americans saying, why aren't you out helping us and protesting? This lady here, okay, she's a Nigerian. Thank you, Aurelius. Thank you so much. If you have Truth Social, if you have Facebook, Instagram, whatever you have, please share it. This topic will explain a lot of what is going on now. I will start the roll call. Aurelius, how you doing, love? Diane, yes. How are you doing, dear? Isaiah and Mayor is here. Of course, Kelly, good evening. Tina, of course, is here. Baldwin Birds. And again, Global Logistic, how are you? Connie, we're glad you made it. Dear Laurie, how are you? Chicago Hood, how you doing, dear? Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow, Chicago Hood, I will share some of what you sent me in an email. All right, Laurie, I just sent you some cats down there because I see your little cat in the box emoji. So, welcome everyone. Look at the title. Now, if you have seen this, again, this video, this little snippet from TikTok went viral. If you're familiar with this, just type yes, please. Global Logistic, you said you're good. All right, great. And this lady, of course, does not represent all immigrants. I'm going to warn you that now this lady is hostile. Yes, Chicago Hood, she looks evil. And the things that she is saying. How you doing, Monique? Monique, please share this on your various forms of social media, love. Thank you. They are incendiary. They are provocative. And there are a lot of other adjectives that I could use to describe this lady. Anyone in the chat, before I play it, I want to know of any of you who are familiar with this already. If you are, if you've seen this, please type yes in the chat. And again, this lady, I don't know, and she says she wants nothing to do with Black Americans. Now, this woman is from Nigeria. So she's a true African American, right? Because she's a citizen here. All right. Connie, you're not. Monique, are you familiar with this subject matter? Tina, I've not. No, okay. Trust me, folks. When I play this for you, she is, to me, she appears to be unhinged, just totally. I don't know what to say. Here we go. Let me see. I will play it momentarily. I was trying to wait for more people, a few more people to enter the chat. No one has seen this. Okay, Global Logistics said she's a paid sellout. Okay, this is great. I finally found something that none of you have seen. So again, I wanted to warn you, this woman is like evil personified. She's a Nigerian. And the sad part is she's a nurse and she's spewing nothing but hatred for Black Americans. So I don't know, what her experiences have been, but she does not need to be a nurse with the evil that she and the blackness that she has in her heart. Now, once I play this, you tell me if you would want this woman, particularly if you're Black American, if you would want this woman caring for you or a relative. Aurelia said, I have to prepare my tequila. Yeah, prepare it, Aurelia, and anyone else who needs strong drink. Morgan, how are you doing, love? I'm going to play this. Trish, how you doing? None of you have seen this. Okay, great. I get to be the first one. Now, again, this woman is a nurse. I will play this and then I will give you my commentary. And I'll tell you point blank how I feel. All right, let me pull this up and see if I can start this from the beginning. Hold on. Now, her face is contorted the entire time. And as you can see, she's a 59-year-old nurse. And this is what she said, this is what she has to say about Black Americans. Okay. Let me make sure the volume is up loud enough. Morgan B, Florida. I miss you too, Morgan. Morgan, are you a former student? Oh my goodness. Tina said she looks demonic. Tina, keep that thought in mind. That's a truth bomb. She looks evil. All right. And then when you hear the hatred that she spews, you tell me, Joanne, I know that there are those who are the terrorists that look like us, as well as Caribbeans, Jamaicans, Dominicans, all Black immigrants work with. What's WS mean? They get paid. I don't know. Morgan, former student. Oh my God. Morgan, male or female? Because I've taught both. And how did you find me here? Oh, on YouTube. So let me play this. Listen to her.
I hate them. End of story.
So before this any come together, there's a lot of hatred, disdain, and jealousy that needs to be removed. A lot of dead weeds. This is a 59-year-old nurse that's about to say what they're about to say.
Africans and African Americans, we've never gotten along. Not today, not yesterday, not 20 years ago, not 100 years. We've never gotten along. We don't get along. All I'm saying is that stay in your lane and I stay in my own lane. I don't have any interest or desire to have that kind of relationship that I know will never be. There is no need for me to pretend to like you. You don't like me, and I with my full chest. I don't like you either. So this one that we're supposed to come together, don't ask me to come and join you to march down the street for whatever cause it is you're marching. I'm not coming to march anywhere with you. So all I'm saying is that, why are we here asking each other to get along? That, we think African sisters were better than, I think African are better than African American. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have any African American friend. I don't need to be friends with any African American. There's nothing friendship with them that I find interesting through in university. I don't have any ounce of interest in developing any type of relationship with any of my African
Sounds like you went through some really traumatic experience.
I don't have any interest. Zero. If I see you coming
There's
down the road,
trauma. Yeah.
I turn around and go the other way. I don't have any interest whatsoever to have a relationship with you. I hate them. I hate them. End of story. There is no solution. I hate them. Period. Saying I beat my full chest to say I take ownership of how I feel. You don't have to expose me. I will tell you how I feel. You don't have to second guess me and say, oh, these people are this thing, that thing, and I'm going to expose them. You're not exposing anything. Me, I'll tell you how I feel. And I'm telling you how I feel.
Well, in conclusion, anyone that has this amount of hatred, disdain.
Okay, so what are your thoughts, folks? Let me see what the comments are, and then I'm gonna have to. She said so much in a short period of time. Tell me what your thoughts are. Now you see, she ended it with "I hate them." Tina, she needs to go back to Nigeria. Yes. Now I have friends from Nigeria, and they're very sweet. This lady needs to go back. Trish, I'm American, bleak to be right. Folks, okay, I need some more thoughts on this. I have a lot to unpack. She said a lot. So let me go. Let me get it. I got to play this again because I have to break this down. She said a lot. Connie, she did not. All she spewed was hate and disdain for Black Americans. Ma'am, you can go back to your country. Now, the reason I decided to do this topic, how you doing, African? Orvis Racco at Black Lives Count. Find African, find and deport. Yes. And the reason I decided to do this video is because there are many immigrants now. Tom Holman and Trump are sending them back where they came from. And a lot of them are saying, oh, we're the Black Americans. They're not out here protesting. They're not out here helping us. Ma'ams, sirs, you didn't want anything to do with Black Americans, and all you've done is berate and belittle and denigrate them. People like this. Now, Mayor, one way to fight. Yeah, she said she was better than yes, I do think I'm better than Black Americans. Morgan definitely can and should go back to her country if this is how she feels and speaks. She's a nurse. Now, everyone in the comment section, hit the like button for me, folks. African Osarenko, share this on your social media pages, please, love. You tell me what your thoughts are. Sacred Grove, we're not immigrants. This is our land. Right. You, ma'am, you fled Nigeria and then you come here and Black Americans aren't thinking about you. So those of you who are seeing videos, there's several videos on several forms of social media where there are people of various nationalities angry and then talking about Black Americans not coming out and helping them with their plight. This is one of the reasons why Black Americans have talked about they are delineating. They are going to take care of Black Americans because everyone who they tried to help or who they did help turned their backs on them. And she thinks she's better. Yes, she brought herself African. Yes. This is why I don't claim Black. Hold on. I got to read this comment. Hit the like button, folks. Share this out. So there are I asked at the beginning of the stream, I asked if any of you were familiar with this video and everyone said no. If you share this stream out, I want to bring more people into this conversation. This is a conversation we have to have. Coffee Grinder, how are you doing, love? Oh, Coffee Grinder, they're absolutely horrible. They are. And so Tina, go be a nurse in Nigeria. So if you start seeing videos, there are a lot of videos, and some of you, you may not be on social media as much as I am, but I mean, there are even videos. There are African, Jamaican, Hispanics, and they, are talking, saying horrible Asian, saying horrible things about Black Americans, and now they're angry that Black Americans out in the streets protesting this because of videos like this and because of personal experiences. Chicago Hood, going to a different country and acting like you're higher than the citizens is arrogant and prideful. Like they're entering your house and demanding the deed. Yes. Chubbs, kills me when people come here and try to change how we are. And like I said, this woman is like traumatized. Her face is contorting. How you doing, Ruby? Thank you, Ruby. Black Americans are not immigrants. We do not share the same culture. She can kick rocks back to Nigeria. Ruby, I said that before you joined, love. Exactly. Goodbye. Why is she here if she hates? So, Mayor, this is the thing. Immigrants come to this country and they feel that they have to denigrate Black Americans, I guess, so they can succeed. African Osarenko, delineate. And that's what Black Americans are doing. And they're like, I'm not going out here to protest when this is what we see. Right, Midnight, exactly. And this is a problem, right? So let me go back. I know Ruby's going to be bad tonight. I'm not even going to tell her to behave. It's not happening. So there's a lot to unpack in this short clip. Let me play this again. Hold on. Let me get the volume going. And her face, I think Tina said she looks evil. She does. Right, Global? Bye, goodbye. And the thing is, with like African immigrants, they come here and they benefit, right? They wouldn't be here benefiting if you didn't have Dr. King, right? The civil rights movement, they're benefiting from what Black Americans did. And now you come here and denigrate. And just like every culture, you have people who do things they shouldn't do. You have people that do things they should do. But you can't just lump everyone into the same pot. All right, and let me play this. Like I said, I have a lot to unpack in this short clip. Let me play this. And again, those of you just joining, how you doing, Carla? How you doing? Hit that like button for me, dear. Thank you. Carla, share this out on your Facebook page, dear. Bring more people into the conversation. Aurelius, Mayor, I'm assuming she is. She's a 59-year-old nurse. And this is, she's taking, type it in the comment section. Do you want this woman taking care of you or a family member? Oh my God. Mayor, if she's not, I'm sure she wouldn't be talking like this boldly. We deport. Akata. Yes, Monique, they call us Akata. Midnight said spinster. So let me play some more and then break it down because she said a lot.
Not yesterday, not 20 years ago, not 100. We've never gotten along. We don't get along.
All right. She said, how many years? She said 20 years, not never. Trish, she's bitter. She looks traumatized. Sacred Grove, they think we're supposed to be with them and their ideologies because we share complexion. They're tripping. Okay. So this is where she's saying we've never. So that means as soon as you came over here from Nigeria, ma'am, and you've never gotten along, why didn't you go back home? Since you said you were better, go back home and make Nigeria better, ma'am. Right, Aurelius? When she was naturalized, she should have read the part that says loyalty to this country. Boom. All right, let me continue.
All I'm saying is that stay in your lane and I stay in my own lane. I don't have any interest or desire to have that kind of relationship that I know will never be.
She said for Black Americans to stay in their lane. Yes, Trish, she is a fool and she is bitter. I have to say it again. And she said she has no desire to have anything, to have a relationship of any kind with any Black Americans. What are your thoughts, folks? That's why I'm stopping this. She said a lot. She's just finding out her American dream did not turn out like she wanted. Trish, I wish we could deport her. I wish we could. All right, let me continue.
There is no need for me to pretend to like you. You don't like me, and I with my full chest. I don't.
She says, with my full chest, I let you know I don't like you. Trish said, ditto. Facts. So she's a nurse. I'm sure she's working with Black Americans as well as white, Asian, Hispanic. She's working with everyone. Thank you, Ruby. I don't know what her problem is. This woman needs help. She's out here spewing this hatred on social media, and Black Americans, they're not even thinking about her. Sacred Grove, if she keeps making these videos, we're going to call Marco Rubio on her and tell him to revoke her stay. Sacred. Now, this is something else I wanted to say. Let's be real. Type it in the comment section, folks. If this were a white woman, if this were an Asian woman, if this were a Hispanic woman, but especially white, because we know how the race hustlers operate. If this were a white woman spewing this hatred for Black Americans, what do you think the race hustlers would be doing? Type it in the comment section. I hate when people come to our country and try to change things here. Tina, right. And if you hate, with all this hate, just go back where you came from. We don't need any more hate in this country. Who does she think is paying her wages? Mayor, yes. I'm sure all her patients aren't white. I'm sure she has Hispanic patients, but she didn't say anything about Hispanic. She just talked about Black. Midnight, thank you. Midnight. They'd be losing their minds. Kelly, another truth bomb. It would be all over the internet. Oh my God. this racist white Karen said these horrible things about Black Americans. I have not heard anything from any of the race hustlers. I wonder why. Sacred Grove tried to get her deported. Jesse Jackson and them would be right. If she was being deported, we would hear from the race hustlers. Now you tell me it's fair for her to get on here and spew hate against Black Americans. None of the race hustlers has said a word, and this has gone viral, so you can't tell me they haven't seen it or heard about it. Chubbs, thank you for your service, sir. You know, I serve my country so all Americans can say their opinions, but not someone from another country. Right, go back to Africa. Thank you, Trish. Thank you, Chubbs. Tina, 100% racist. Thank you. So if she were white, do you think she would still have her job as a nurse? I'll wait for someone to type it in the comment section. If she were white, I'm waiting. Midnight's laughing. Someone tell me if there's not a double standard. Midnight gets it. Who else? The coffee grinder. It reminds me of Ilhan Omar. She needs to be deported too. I'm sick of her. Why people continue to vote for these people and they do not have their best interests at heart? She only cares about immigrants because she's an immigrant. Coffee grinder, America sucks and they need to help her. Yeah. Why is she representing? Why are people? She only cares about Somalia and immigrants. Diane, she better be careful. If her employer sees this video, they may terminate her because they don't want people like her working with their patients. Diane, this is what I'm talking about, love. If she were white, how many of you have seen it happen? If she were white, it would have been on her employer's desk as soon as she released this video. But because she's Black, we need to have her she doesn't need to be working with people. And I know people are working on trying to find out what her name is. We need to find out her name. She needs to be terminated. Tina, Black Lives Matter needs to be saying something. Right. They haven't said a word. And I know this has gone viral. Chubbs, her lip so big I couldn't hardly understand her. Yeah, because she's spewing so much hate. Midnight, she has Omar mentality. Yes. Nope, they would force that hospital to fire her immediately. Sacred Grove, yes. Ruby, these internet FBI agents will find out where she works and storm her job to have her fired immediately. Yes, Mayor, I don't know anything about where she lives, but people, we need to find out. Coffee grinder. Okay, dear. Thank you. Trish, other groups are mad. We've pulled our support. We're worrying about us. Well, I'm doing this because, again, there was a guy, a Hispanic guy. He since took his TikTok account down. So it's coming from all sides. And when Holman first started deporting mostly Hispanics, but they're Hispanics, Jamaicans, people from everywhere. But there was a guy from Mexico who said, we don't want your help, Black Americans. You can't help yourself. And he said a bunch of negative, discriminatory things. And next thing I know, he was canceled. He had to take his TikTok account down. So people just come on social media. Now, again, me being a Generation Xer, you don't get out here and say all these horrible things. Keyboard warriors. Where are we? She would be the angel of death to Black patients. Midnight. That's what I'm saying. She doesn't need to be working. I don't want that evil witch caring for me or any of my loved ones. Coffee grinder. I'm a former investigator. I can find her. I have tools. Okay, coffee grinder. No, Monique. With this much evil, she has a black heart. I don't want to be anywhere near her. Let me play some more.
Don't like you either. So this one that we're supposed to come together, don't ask me to come and join you to march down the street for whatever cause it is you're marching. I'm not coming to march.
So she's saying, don't ask me to go march anywhere. I'm not coming. I'm not marching. I don't know if someone asked her a question and she just lost her stuff. Tell me what your thoughts are, folks, on this. Chubbs, give her Chubbs. Tina, we're Americans no matter what color we are. We have to stand up for each other against all these immigrants. Right, Tina? And that's what I've been saying. So now they're in their feelings when now that Trump and Holman are coming after them, Black Americans aren't out here helping. Because you're making dumb videos like this. Let me continue.
Anywhere with you. So all I'm saying is that, why are we here asking each other to get along? Thinking that, we think African sisters were better than, I think I'm better than African American.
You hear what she said? Yeah. Why are we talking about getting along? And yes, I think I'm better than African American. Ma'am, you're an African American. I'm an American. Get it right. Kelly, I'm trying to find that, dear. Oh, we're digging deep. She needs to be fired, terminated from her job. Yes, I miss you, Chubbs. Baldwin Birds, yes, pure evil. Baldwin Birds, do you want this woman taking care of you or a family member? She'd probably give you an extra dose of something. Who knows? Succinylcholine or something, so you could, be unalived. Ruby, the race hustlers hate America. They would never come for the Nigerian. Nope, she's an immigrant. They're not going to say anything about her. Exactly, Ruby. These idiots are still going down to El Salvador, trying to bring back an MS-13 gang member. She's an immigrant. They love her. This is what the Democrats love. They're not going to say anything bad about her. If she were a white woman, oh my God. Oh, the world would end. The world would end. Tina, there is no telling what she's doing to Black patients that we're not aware of. Tina, yes. Tina, yes. That's right. Oh my God. I said the same thing. The same thing. What only God knows what she is doing to her Black patients. Only God knows. Oh my God. And I don't, wish, or pray for people to lose their jobs, but she does not need to be working with people in any capacity. Let me give you an example, folks. As an educator, I teach white, Black, Hispanic, Asian, Pacific Islander, Jamaican, African, whoever's on my class roster. How long do you think I would keep my job if I made a video saying I hate any group of people? Type it in the comment section. And Tina, I hope and pray her employer has an opportunity to view this. How you doing, the Arena Uncensored, this clip? Connie said she's not alone. Okay. Hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button, folks, and share this stream out. I'd love to bring more people into the conversation. The Arena Uncensored. How are you? Let me play some more. There's so much to unpack here. I'm not in favor of getting her fired. Nigerian Nancy's going to self-destruct. Karma's rough too. You know what I'm saying? And all of us here, we believe in God and we know how God operates. The very one that you hate, God will have them to be the person to give you your last drink of water, or may have to give you life-to-life resuscitation to bring you back from the grave. That's how God operates. I love it. Connie, I need to read your Connie, I missed your comment, dear. Where is it? Connie, I missed it, dear. I'm sorry. Where are we? Tina, this woman worries me to death for the Black American patient. Right, Tina? That's why we've got to get her out. She doesn't need to be working with people in any capacity. All right, let me play some more.
And I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have any African American friend. I don't need to be friends with any African American. There's nothing.
She said, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have any African American friends. And again, she has her terminology mixed up. We're not African American. She is an African American. I've never been to the continent of Africa. Tina, she's showing us her true colors. And Tina, again, not just her. There have been people. Remember when I had Miss Prosperity on? One of the immigrants, I don't know what part, I don't know if he was from Mexico or wherever. He said, no more money for you. No more money for you. You lazy. You lazy. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. He was talking to Prosperity. And again, these people come over here using our tax money, and then they turn around and talk trash to us. And I'm sure her being African, when she came over here, right, she probably had access to everything on the backs of Black Americans. And now she hates them. Beverly, how you doing, love? So I'll be honest with you. I have worked with Africans and Jamaicans. I've worked with a Jamaican teacher. She would not speak or have anything to do with the Black teachers. It doesn't bother me. She only talked to the white teachers. That's fine. That's your God-given American choice, whatever. Karma's rough, though. Let me tell you what happened. I don't know what happened, but I don't know if you're familiar. I don't know how it works outside of the school system, but if you have spent all of your personal leave days, sick days, and you don't have any days left, but you're still out, that means you're out without pay. This particular teacher had the bookkeeper to send out an email asking, so we're allowed to donate our days to coworkers who may be out. Maybe they've had cancer treatments and they've used all their days. They send out a form, we fill it out. We are able to donate days. So Coffee Grinder said she has deleted all of her accounts, but she cannot hire from me. Right, Coffee Grinder? They make these stupid comments and then they delete everything. We'll still find you. So this lady asked for some leave to be donated. And from what I was told, no one donated any days to her. So I think it's sad that you say, hey, I'm not going to deal with this group of people. I'm not going to deal with that group of people. Folks, you know how God operates. We don't know who God will use to bless us. And point blank, when I was in college in the 90s, I started watching Dr. Charles Stanley. We know he passed away about 3 years ago. God rest his soul. I've read some of his books. I have some of his DVD and CD sets. God used him to speak to my heart. And one of his series, God is in Everything, is still affecting me. I still listen to it. And it's the reason you hear me saying some of the things that I say. When people talk about, oh, how horrible America is, and you can't make it because of white supremacy and racism, it's because of Dr. Charles Stanley's series, God is in Everything, that has affected my entire life. And yes, he's white. What if I had a closed mind? God would not have been able to reach me. You see where I'm going with this, folks? That's why you hear me say, yes, there may be people in this country who white supremacists. That has nothing to do with me. Discrimination. I'm not owning that. That can't touch me. If you watch that series from Dr. Charles Stanley, type it in Touch Ministries. God is in everything. What he has for you, you're going to get. White supremacy, discrimination, those terms mean nothing to me because I know who is above everything. Tina, can I get an amen? Democrats have got a whole country in a big mess. Yes, Mayor Charles Stanley was good. Mayor, I have his Bible. I've read his books. So a lot of the things you hear me saying, and I've heard people come on and say, you're flippant about white supremacy and racism. You act like they haven't done horrible things. I said, look, we all know the history of America, but I'm not looking in my rearview mirror. I'm looking forward. And again, I'm not a minister, but I do believe in God. And whatever he has for me, I'll get. White supremacy, discrimination, none of that is going to stop me. I mean, and that's okay. Some of you may feel differently, but that's my take. That's my feeling. And I often give a scenario. Chicago Hood. If I go in to interview with a principal for greetings, Dorian, for a school, and the principal is the grand dragon of the KKK. If that's the job that God wants me to have, guess what? That principal will give me that job. And when I leave his office, he won't have a clue as to why he gave me that job. Now, how many of you don't believe that? Right, Chicago, exactly. Yes, Chubbs, we are God's children. And like I said, I'm not this Bible toting, person that's going to hit. Thank you, Chicago Hood. Nothing is above God. So thank you, Mayor. Mayor, when I left that principal's office, he would say, why did I give her that? He wouldn't know why, because he didn't do it. And that's how maybe that will help explain to you why I say a lot of the things that I do, because of that DVD series that I ordered back in the 90s, which I still have. God is in everything. I think it's like 6 CDs, and nothing is going to stop me as long as I stay in contact and in touch with my Creator. Thank you, Chicago Hood. Yes, I mean, I know I don't read my Bible the way I should, but I know who provides for me. So that's why I say a lot of what I say. I don't care about white supremacy, racism, discrimination. None of that is over or above God. Chubbs. Now look at color, but look at what the person is. Right. People don't realize they don't know what color they are when they leave their body. We are no color when we leave our body. Tina, yes. Let me play some more of this evil, wretched person. That's okay, Mayor. That's something good to be called. Let me play this.
Friendship with them that I find interesting through a university. I don't have any ounce of interest in developing any type of relationship with any of my
African. Sounds like you went through some really traumatic experience.
I don't have any interest. Zero. If I see you coming down the road,
trauma. Yeah.
I turn around and go the other way. I don't have.
Did you hear that? She says she sees Black Americans coming down the street. She turns around and she goes the opposite direction. No, it's not, Dorian. What are your thoughts on that? This woman needs help. She has all this hatred in her heart, and Black Americans, they're not thinking about her. Wow. Just wow. Tell me, folks, what are your thoughts? I'm trying to keep up with the comments here. But this woman, Dorian, yes, that sounds like some self-loathing and some self-hatred. And she keeps calling us African Americans. We are not Africans. She is an African American. And I know some people may not agree with me, but we're not. Elon Musk is an African American. I just spoke a truth bomb. Tell me I'm wrong. Jealousy, yes, Monique. And again, when she came here, they come here and they benefit from the struggle of our ancestors. And then they turn around. Thank you, Mayor. They turn around and denigrate Black Americans, say horrible things. I don't get that. Ma'am, you benefited from the struggle. I have benefited from the struggle, right, of our ancestors. How could I turn around and say horrible things about Dr. King or anyone else? Malcolm X, they did the best that they could with what they had. I wouldn't turn around and say negative things about them. They did the best that they knew how at that time. It's a disgrace. This is a shame. Yes. And no one's saying anything. Dorian said Malcolm X would be embarrassed for her. Yes. Chubbs, it's Satan's will for people to look and judge. God wants us to love. All right. God created everyone. So she has some self-loathing, some self-hatred issues going on. And Black Americans aren't thinking about her. Dorian said, this is sincere ignorance, as MLK would say. Let me play some more. I'm not done. She's nuts.
Any interest whatsoever to have a relationship with you.
Did you just hear that? She said it again. I have no interest in having a relationship with you. I hate you. What are your thoughts? Tina, yes. Deport, deport, deport. Dorian, the greatest lie that the devil ever told is telling the world that he never existed. Now, those are facts. Yes. I want everyone to respond to that statement. I hate you. That's what she's saying to Black Americans. And she treats Black Americans because she's a nurse. And she's 59 years old. And this is what you're doing? How you doing, Shadow Seeker? Oh, okay, Shadow Seeker. Thank you, dear. Fridge Reaver, how you doing? Hit the like button, folks. Shadow Seeker, share this out on your Facebook page, love. I'm trying to break down this woman, this African-American woman, and she's spewing nothing but hate for Black Americans. And again, she doesn't know who may have to give her her last drink of water before she leaves this earth. And we know God has a great sense of humor. So, that's how he does it. Who knows? She may need mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And me seeing this video, God would really have to work on my heart for me to go over and help this woman. I'm just being real, folks. I have feelings too. And you have nothing but hatred for me. You don't even know me. You know nothing about me. Tina, Black American taxpayer money is taking care of her. Thank you. Thank you. And again, they come over here and benefit, right, with everything America has to offer. And then they turn around and this is what they do. It's sad, really. She's not selling her soul to the devil. She's selling her soul to herself. Okay, Dorian. Aurelius, Roland, I had a neighbor from Senegal, and I noticed that she had a problem with the African-American neighbors, and I got away from her ASAP because I love everyone. Yes, Aurelius. Now, some of you are probably asking, why do so many immigrants come here? And they have so much hatred that they spew against Black Americans. And again, particularly the ones that have come the last 4 years where Biden gave them all these freebies from my taxpayer money, but you hate me. Give me my money back. How about that? Fridge Reaver. We all know about Roland. She's not too fond of Kamala Harris. That's right, Fridge. You know my thoughts on the Curry Queen. Monique, remember the African man had 100 African aliens living in his basement? Yes. Thank you, Shadow Seeker. Yes. But let me give you some of the reasons I think many immigrants, well, I fought the Democratic Party, of course. Some of them also look at some of these shows, these TV shows. Let's be real, folks. Some of these television shows, some of these they look at and they think that that's how all Black Americans are. Or let's be real, if they watch the news, usually when you see Black Americans on the news, on the mainstream media, we know the left, they show you what they want you to see. It's something negative. People like this are scary because there's no telling what she's doing to those patients. Tina, that's what I'm afraid of. Thank you, Ruby gets it. Yeah. So lots of times they watch television shows and some of these movies. So a lot of this comes from Hollywood. And they think that all Black Americans are poor, poverty stricken. We're out here committing crimes. We have several children out of wedlock. They think they just put everyone in the same barrel. Yes, Tina, I will not stop until I find out who she is. Oh, Ruby, I said what you were typing. Great. Yeah. And so then now that Tom Homan and Trump are trying to get these people out of here, now they're in their feelings. Oh, Black Americans, why aren't you out marching for us? Girl, boy, bye. Keep those same feelings of negativity. I'm a Black American and you despise me, so go on. Deport. That's all I have to say for you. And again, I've worked with Jamaicans. I have friends who work with Jamaican teachers at other schools. And I don't get, they don't care for Black Americans. I'm not saying everyone, but a large majority. So when I know that's how you are, that's fine. A lot of them are teachers. They're not over here in the country forever. They're here for a short period of time, and then they're supposed to go back to their country anyway. So whatever. Roland, there's a documentary called Ethnic Notions that talked about stereotypes about Black Americans. Yeah. The coffee grinder. Have you seen over the years Black Americans that moved to Africa to go back to their roots, making videos of how wonderful it is? Oh yeah, coffee grinder. Excellent point. You got to it before I could. Coffee grinder. Yes, you had all these Black Americans. Oh, I'm going back home. Africa's my home. No, it's not. I'm going home to Africa. They go over there. Coffee grinder. I've watched some of those videos. They're telling about how horrible they're treated. They tell about how they are ripped off and scammed. They don't like you over there either. Why am I going to pack up and move to Africa? And I don't know anyone there. This is my home. This is where I was born. My burial plot's already paid for. I'm not picking up and moving to Africa. I'm not. For what? No. I'm an American. Tina said, make it make sense. And so I am so glad that Coffee Grinder brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. And yeah, they can't have it both ways. I've done nothing to you. I've said nothing but nice things, especially to my African students who come, my African and Asian students. They work hard. The ones that haven't been over here in this country too long. But my Hispanic students from Mexico, they work hard, right? So, you know, I can't, again, being an educator, I may look at things a little differently. I can only tell you about my experiences. but I'm not moving to Africa. I'm fine here. Lucius, how you doing? Hit the like button, love. Black people, we are indigenous to this country. We didn't come to America in the bottom of a ship. Crossing the Atlantic Ocean is difficult even today. Okay, Lucius, thank you for coming, love. Let me play some more of this. Oh my God, this lady is nuts.
I hate them. End of story. There's no solution.
I hate them. End of story. Franklin Sam, how you doing? Let me see what Franklin Sam says. Why do Black Americans denigrate themselves by calling each other? Why make Martin Luther cry? Frankly, Sam, I don't know. They get that from the rap culture. And they have that in all the rap songs. So whatever. YouTube has a cost-free 1-hour discussion about the ethnic notions. Okay, thank you, Fridge Reaver. Dorian, if you are honest about it, then let it ride, but you didn't mean it, then clean it up. Right, Dorian? Here we go.
I hate them, period, saying I beat my full chest to say I take ownership of how I feel. You don't.
He said, I beat my full chest. I take ownership of how I feel. Keep this energy when we find out your name and we turn this into your employer.
You have to expose me. I will tell you how I feel. You don't have to second guess me and say, oh, these people are this thing, that thing, and I'm going to expose them. You're not exposing anything. Me, I'll tell you how I feel. And I'm telling you how I feel.
Well, in conclusion.
So what are your thoughts, folks? Aurelius is like, yeah, this woman, I don't know. She said, I don't know who has said or done something. This woman is pure evil. She's evil. And it's sad because, how you doing, CJ Parks? Where have you been, love? Hit the like button. Again, if you're living with that much hatred in your heart, that turns into cancer, autoimmune disorders. You have to clear that from your heart. She needs some holy oil, something. Chicago Hood, what are you laughing about? I'm saying that woman is evil. Hate is one. Yes, it is a motivator. Yeah. I'm Chippewa, and if the Democrats had won again, I would have moved to a different country. Oh, okay, Tina. Tina, I would have been trying to pack up too, at least for 4 years, right? Shadow Seeker, probably fired and possibly terroristic threats as she is a nurse and can possibly be harming people. Shadow Seeker, you joined late. Tina's been saying that the whole chat. Aurelia, she said she's been here several years, but there are several immigrants who've been here for years and for 20 years or more, and their paperwork is still not legitimate. Cognitive dissonance. Okay. Shadow Seeker, that is scary. All right, so I shared that with you. Let me see what else I need to share. So yeah, she doesn't need to be she doesn't need to be working with people. She's not the only one. Here's a lady, I think this lady is from India. And this woman, now let me show you. That woman, she was African. She's from Nigeria originally. This lady looks to be from India. Skamala's home. Let me open this up so you can see it. Hold on. I won't find where you. And I don't know. This woman keeps using the N word, so I don't know if YouTube. Hold on. And you can see what happened to her. California police have launched a hate crime investigation after a woman was filmed launching racial slurs at a Black woman. This woman, can everyone see this? Well, she looks to be from Skamala's homeland. They're launching a hate crime investigation into this woman. Why not the lady from Africa? CJ Parks, I've been building a cellar. I'm not going to be sucked up by a tornado if I can help it. 2 in Australia, same exact thing, but for Jewish, I think. Okay. We're fired and charged, not sure. Oh, Bondi's not playing. I love Pam Bondi. She means business, yeah. Black Americans, this is where you need to get your reparations at Nigeria. Okay, Tina. Yeah, Tina. Yeah, for all the people complaining and, oh, I'm going to Africa. And they don't want you there. And they, again, the slave trade would not have been a success. But again, stop asking America for reparations. How about going to Africa? After tribal wars, the losers were sold into slavery. They always forget that part. So start in Africa and see what you get. You'll probably come up missing. So yeah, this woman here, let me see if I can speed it. I want you to hear what she's saying. So now they're launching a hate crime because she was saying now this woman here is a nurse as well. It is the ignorance for me. She fled Nigeria to come. Right. Black Americans made a pathway for her and she comes here. Make it make sense. This woman from, again, Skamala, the Curry Queen, this woman from Skamala's hometown, home country. Listen to her. Let me get it started from the beginning. And this woman is a nurse as well. Hit the like button. Thank you, Beverly. Slavery has been around in Africa before the Europeans, but it wasn't based on skin color, right? Mayor, I'm sure she's legal. She's been in this country. I don't know about this, but the other lady been in this country. The African woman's been in this country 20 years, I think, something like that. Go to Africa, voice your opinion like we do in America. You'll be in jail or worse. Never found. Hey, you won't be seen or heard of again. Yeah, go over here, spew. And the thing is, if me as a Black American, if I went to Africa, if I went to Nigeria or any other part of Africa spewing hate about, say I went to Nigerians, I just disappear and say, I don't know what happened to her. I would come up missing. We can't go over there and do that. Chubs. You're absolutely right. Fridge Reaver, the Barbary Coast was not a cozy pirate movie. Those slavers were fierce criminals. Yeah, all colors, aka from all ethnicities. Yes. Dorian said, call ICE on that African lady. Genocide is happening in Africa right now. Thank you, Shadow Seeker. I'm not trying to move there. God, Dorian, what do you say? America, we got so much wrong, but we got some. Yeah, America's not perfect. And that's what I tell people. I have people all the time drop into the chat. You're so dismissive of white supremacy, of racism. Dude, this country is not perfect. Yes, we have horrible things that have happened. I say that. But let's move forward and make things better for the future. I can't change what happened in the past. None of us can. So listen to this lady. And again, look at the difference in what's happening. Now, this woman, California police have launched a hate crime. So when this lady made this video, people found out her name. I think she's been fired, all kinds of things. Okay, listen to this.
Where you bitch? I mean, sitting, going into a if you good.
Bitch,
you been staring at me
with your fake ass eyelashes.
I don't give a fuck. I don't
Get
give
out of my face, you fucking.
Calling me a nigga because you want me to put hands on you so bad, you racist. I won't fuck where you bitch. I mean, sitting, going into a.
All right, so you see where it kept cutting out. She was saying the N-word. So she was reported, and now they're going to get her for hate crimes. And now the Black American young lady, the only thing with her, I tell my students, don't argue with people. I wouldn't have given her the time of day. I don't give anyone that kind of time. They are a non-factor in my life. And so yeah, so she's getting her just due. She just started hurling racial slurs at this black woman. And again, in her country, because she's from India, and we know about the caste system in India. She looks like she's one of the darker ones. So in her country, that's what they may call her. But it's just amazing. People come here and, you know, just denigrate, just disrespect Black Americans. Just, I guess that's the thing to do. Chicago Hood. Those of Generation X age remember 70s, 80s, and 90s when race was not a problem. Chicago Hood. I guess that's why things don't affect right. We didn't have these issues. Life was good. It's just terrible how it's like we've regressed. Connie, haters all over. A lot of foreigners do not like Americans. Yeah, and especially Black Americans. So, but I'm saying they're launching a hate crime investigation. Now, this woman, again, is a nurse, just like the Nigerian. Why aren't they launching a hate crime into the woman from Nigeria, the true African American? Okay, so anyway, this is why you see in so many videos of African American, Black Americans, excuse me, saying they are not going out, they're not protesting. And there are other videos I could share with you. People from Jamaica and other I do have more I'll share with you. But people, even if this is how you truly feel, why are you on social media? Oh, and then you have people that were born here in this country. And again, we need to open the insane asylums back up. Because people are not well. Where are we here? I don't think they found out who she is yet. And so again, Caribbeans that hate Black Americans, Africans, everywhere you go. And they're mad now that some of them are being deported. Okay, Ruby, take care, dear. They're upset. Why we're a family. We're together. Why aren't you out here trying to help me? Because of this.
This conversation about Africans hating on Black Americans. Who even came up with that idea? Who came up with that conversation?
Now, this guy obviously he's not been watching the videos.
That's really the issue right now. What a lot of people don't get is that the Blacks. Wait, hold on.
Gotta go.
That's really the issue right now. What a lot of people don't get is that the Blacks. Wait, hold on.
Gotta go.
That's
really the issue right now.
Caribbean talking, the Blacks. Because you better not, someone from Jamaica or from the Caribbean, you better not call them Black. Yes, Chubbs, that lady's a nurse too. Ah. Thank you, Dorian. Yes, you have jealousy. That happens too. Tina, my best friend is Black and I'm closer to her than I am my sister. Wow, Tina, if you had hate in your heart, you wouldn't have that friendship, dear. You see what I'm saying? Oh, wow. It's just sad. Oh, here's an update of this nurse. I'm hoping they found out who her name. She's got to lose her job. Let me see.
Not say she's representing them. She's representing herself, all the people that feel like her. Okay. So let's go ahead on and cue this up, because brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourself, because this lady here, oh yeah, she on one.
We're not gonna listen to her again. And then you see people here in the comment section saying, yeah, it's not the first one I've seen. But she has gone viral. It said update. I was hoping we have got to find a name. We've got to get her name. Oh my goodness. And then let me see. And these people, again, regardless of if you feel like that, why would you go on social media?
Oh my God, South Africans, are y'all okay? Firstly, I think there is a huge aspect of education that is missing here. Yes, African Americans as a whole are Black Americans, correct. But within the United States of America, each state has their own culture and they have their own Black culture. So Texas is not the same as Louisiana, is not the same as California, is not the same as Nashville, and so on and so forth. So for y'all to find out about an offensive name to a festival in Louisiana, in New Orleans, Louisiana specifically, and for y'all to turn around and attack Black Americans as a whole, when we literally found out about the name of this festival right when you guys did, is absolutely crazy. And it would be one thing if y'all were saying, hey, this is offensive because there's actually a Zulu tribe and X, Y, and Z, and educating. Y'all aren't doing any of that. Y'all are coming straight for the big gun. And while it is kind of crazy to see the real vitriol and hate that South Africans have for Black Americans, am I surprised? No, not really. We're talking about the country that bred Elon Musk. We're talking about the country whose own Miss South Africa is a white woman. That tells me all I need to know. Hate for Black people and Black Americans is inherited. And clearly the leaders of South Africa have passed that down to not only their own people, but to the actual Africans in South Africa.
So what she's talking about, folks, if you don't know, New Orleans, there was a big stink about the Zulus. There was a Zulu parade. A lot of people got angry and said, a lot of Africans in Africa found, of course, social media, they start talking trash about Black Americans. Most of us, none of us even knew about the Zulu parade, and they were like, that doesn't represent us. But this is some of the hate. Connie says, I'm older and I don't remember experiencing this kind of hatred in my time. Connie, no, I don't either. The world, Chicago Hood, the world has drastically changed. A grievance protest for everything. We were too busy having fun to protest. Right, Chicago? We didn't have time for that. We were out having fun. Dorian, in high school, I had friends who were Nigerians and they accepted me and I accepted them. So no hate whatsoever. Dorian, anyone who attends a college or university here in America, you have people from Nigeria and South Africa. Now on college campuses, I never had an issue. They were nice, I didn't, if they hated us, they didn't show it. So, Dorian, if you're not making enemies, you're not living up to your potential. Facts. Now they're walking the street. Yes, Mayor. The one with big lips, she's the only one I want around. I got a rattlesnake. Oh my God, Chubbs wants to throw rattlesnakes on people. America needs more mental institutions. Yes, Tina. We shut them down and we need to reopen them. Dorian, these people should be in a witness protection program. Everything is offensive to people. Gotta have tough skin. Mayor, yes. I don't give a care. These people are nuts. Everything. And I have students. Well, that hurt my feelings. Well, get over it. Give me a break. No one cares. I tell them. You say something. I had a football player once. And I asked him, I said, move that chair and sit there. He said, oh, that's aggressive. A football player. I'm like, oh my God. No wonder we can't win any games. Jeez, they're just weak. And I tell them, yeah, you may be, smarter than my age group is when it comes to computers, but they are weak. OMG. So tell me what your thoughts are, folks. Hit that like button, hit that share button. I hope that you are enjoying this. And I have something else to share with you. There was a lady from Jamaica. Some of you may have seen it. I don't know. But I'm going to share that with you as well. She owns a vacation rental in Jamaica. So I wanted to share that with you as well. Shadow seeker. Just depends on what you're studying. Apparently, it can be harsh between tech versus liberal arts because all people supposedly studying science and tech are stupid, says Crockett. Yeah. Chicago Hood, I'm so tired of the victimhood Olympics. Get over yourselves. Life is offensive. Thank you, Chicago Hood. Everything offends them. I don't want to hear the crap. Smarten up. Get a backbone already. So let me stop and let me share this video because this was, I think, when this initially when this happened, this upset a lot of people as well. And this lady is Jamaican. Now again, don't those of you who watch the replay, don't leave hateful statements in my
African people stay here of Jamaica
comment section. But this, you know, hey, this is how a lot of people feel. CJ, I live in Oklahoma and no one here, no matter their race, acts like this. We still treat each other with respect. Thank you, CJ. All right, so this woman is Jamaican and she has banned, she said she's banned all Black Americans from renting her vacation rental. So she said she'll rent to everyone else except Black Americans. So she's obviously had some bad experiences. So obviously she was renting to some people that didn't have morals or whatever. I don't know what let's listen to this.
Jamaican people stay here, have white people stay here, have Spanish people stay here, and have Black Americans stay here. I'm not saying not all Black Americans are bad, but the ones that came to my place have been nothing but problem.
What's up, fam? My name's Tam. You're tuning in Tam Talks. What are we talking about today? Well, talking about vacation. Yep, summer is approaching or vastly approaching us, and a lot of us are actually planning on doing some tropical trips this year. However, if you're a Black American, there's somewhere there you cannot go. Yes, this particular rental property owner in Jamaica says she no longer wants to service Black Americans because Black Americans, she said not all, but the ones that she's had encounters with have been entitled, ungrateful, rude, argumentative, and the list goes on and on. And she says she services people from all nations, all races, but she's had the most problems out of you Black Americans. Okay. So I'm going to let you see the video. And
again, this is what I said earlier. So people from Jamaica, other Caribbean islands, you better not call them Black. They will correct you quickly. So listen to the rest of this. Dorian says, I missed some comments. Tina, she's speaking truth. Okay, thank you. Dorian, life is too short to sit around and hold grudges, and it doesn't make any sense. No, Dorian, just adds wrinkles to your face, and I'm a woman. I don't want wrinkles on my face if I can help it. Tina, when I was growing up, and I'm old too, we grew up all colors. We loved each other. Yes, Tina, we didn't have these issues. Mayor, some people need to know they are not the center of the universe. That's true, Mayor. Dorian, I'm in college and I get along with all of the athletes because they didn't view me as a nerd. Okay, Dorian, that's good. Shadow Seeker, I live in New York and I have lived in Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Vermont. And no one here or up north is like the internet makes it. If they are, they hide it. Everyone is respectful. Shadow Seeker, I've lived in Pennsylvania, Allentown, Pennsylvania. I've lived in New York. Wherever I've lived, I have not had any problems. So, Chubbs, they can be any race that can mess up people's place. Yeah. When I used to rent a property, I've had, people of all races to rent that property. And hey, I had people of all races who didn't do what they were supposed to do. They didn't pay the rent or they destroyed property. So that's just how it goes, folks. Listen to this.
And hear from her voice what she said verbatim. So let's go ahead and get into that video. But first, if you're new here, go ahead and click that follow, subscribe, and like button. And also, as you're watching this video, go ahead and comment. Let me know you're here And I'll see you on the next video because we have so much to talk about. I'm Tam, and this is Tam Talks. Let's get into it.
African people stay here, I have Jamaican people stay here, I have white people stay here, I have Spanish people stay here, and I have Black Americans stay here. I'm not saying not all Black Americans are bad, but the ones that came to my place have been nothing but problem. Only 2 good ones came here, all of them. Fight late at night, not with me, with each other. They're disrespectful, they're entitled, they're unappreciative. And it is that way because America has spoiled them and give them so much free. But I think they could come to Jamaica and get the same free out here and be nasty about it. I'm not saying all of you are like that, but because of that, I'm not risking my health and my happiness for people. No short-term stay. No short-term stay. It's not going to happen here. I'd rather eat salt and banana and let goats and cows live into my houses than I have people come here and stress me. I will not hate my business because of customers. A lot of business people are miserable because of some kind of customer. Not this place. I don't want my place is drama-free. African people.
All right. So what are your thoughts, folks? And of course, if it's your business, you know, she's in Jamaica, and so she doesn't, I'm sure, have to abide by, you know, have the fear of being sued and all these things like that. How you doing, Peacetime? I don't like how many African American hate other Black people who live in the suburbs because they think they're too white. Yeah, Dorian, just and that's a problem too. And you know, I'm not. Hey, I enjoy where I live. I'm not. You know, I don't mind helping people, but I'm like you. I'm not going to. I'm going to live where my money says I can live. So, and I'm glad you're doing the same. Chicago Hood. Well, can't argue with that critique. I've been in customer service for 39 years, and by far the most difficult customers are Black women, American and foreign. Not lying. Okay, Chicago Hood. Chicago Hood just dropped a truth bomb, I guess. Not lying. Okay, drop your truth bombs. Peacetime. Hey, fam. Blessings to all. Pink Book Lessons did a video on this sometime last year. She called them flamingos, flying off to all parts of the world and showing out. Oh my God, if she did, I'm telling Pink Book Lessons. Oh my God, if she did it, I know it's great. Dorian, I don't like how many African American. Okay, yeah, I've read that one. Chubbs, my friend in the Army, he lived in Harlem. I visited him. The people there made me feel like family. Great. Trish said, America has spoiled us. When? Tina, she's probably had bad experiences with them. Yeah, Tina. And again, the longer you live, let's just be honest. I've had good experiences with people of all races. I've had bad experiences with people of all races. So, you know, that if the longer you live, it will happen. How you doing, William? William says, I bet she knows where the good weed is in Jamaica. William, what am I going to do with you? So what are your thoughts, folks? Let's see if I can find that pink book. Oh my God, Pink Book Lessons. You've got to love Pink Book Lessons. Oh my God. What are your thoughts on this subject matter, folks? Connie said that's true. CJ Parks, precisely, Roland, that's a business in Jamaica. We have no meat in this lady's decision on how to run her business. It's her country's problem. Yeah. And, you know, all I'm saying, folks, just keep living. I can't come on here and tell you. What was the title of that? Who was that said that about Pink Book Lessons? What was the title? Tell me the title of that video. I think it was Peacetime. Flamingos Flying. I'll see if I can find it. This Pink Book, oh my God. You said that was last year? Oh my God. You talking about I'm trying to find it. Okay. Shadow seeker. Only in the US can the government say you have to let someone in your space or force them to do something for you because they are LGBT. That's true. Peacebook. Okay, Jamaica. Okay. I'll see if I can find. Yeah, but like I tell people, you keep living, you're going to have okay, here we go. You're going to have good and bad with people of all ethnicities. All right, I'm trying to find that for you. And she has so many. Tijuana border jumper, how are you? Tina, you like me? Yeah. I'm not dealing with it. Mm-mm. I run from drama. That's why for my age, I don't have high blood pressure and any of the other maladies. A lot of people my age, I don't do it. I don't see it. CJ. Now, if this was in Puerto Rico, it might be an issue since it's a U.S. territory. Jamaica is not. Yeah, she can run her business the way she sees fit. So, but again, I guess she's had some bad experiences. Hey, we've all had bad experiences. Tijuana border jumper. Good evening. Was sleeping but good. Working a graveyard shift and a day shift. Back to back. Oh, Tijuana border jumpers making all of the money. Jeez. Come on, Tijuana border jumper. You need to take a break. So you said you sure it was last year? Chicago Hood says exactly. Garbage behavior. Yeah. The longer you live, hey, the more you will have, more interactions you'll have with people of various ethnicities. I've had good and bad with all. But I don't get angry and say, oh, I just hate this group of people. I've had good interactions with Black parents. I've had bad interactions with Black parents. I've had good interactions with white parents. I've had bad interactions with white parents. I've had good interactions with Hispanic parents. I've had bad interactions. So, and the same with Asian and any other ethnicity you can think of. That it is what it is. Okay. And so I can't become angry and say, I hate a whole race of people. I can't do that. And if I did as an educator, then I don't need to be teaching. And that's just how I feel about it. Because again, if you're of a different race and I don't like that particular race of people, is your child going to get the best education in my classroom? So certain occupations, folks, you've got to put things aside. You can't have those types of thoughts. And you said, are you sure it was last year? God, she has so much. Aurelia says, I hate my own. Aurelia's, hey. You know what? I tell people, I said, yes, I'm racist. I hate everyone in the human race. And they just bust out laughing. So, I mean, it's like that sometimes. Sometimes you get mad at people, but hey, You don't hate the whole race of people. You know, you're not too crazy. You don't really hate people. You just don't like the interactions that you have with that person at that time. It's hard to be an educator, though. Things have changed. You're bright. Yes, it is. Trump, you're fired, Miss Lynn. Chicago, I have to work another year or two. Give me a break, please, please. Drama will kill you. Yes, William. Peacetime. I know it was an old video. Okay, peacetime. Let me know when you find it. I'm looking for it too as I am talking. To you. I'm still scrolling, and I'm at 9 months of her video. She's done so many. Oh my God. But yeah, that's just how I feel. Folks, we internalize so much. Well, not Generation Xers. But I tell my students, it's not that serious. It's really not. Where are we? The View. Yeah, oh my God. She's done so many. Where are we here? Connie, was it called Flamingo? I think Peacetime said it was Flamingos. I'm looking for it. He said it was a year ago. Peacetime said it was a year ago. Shadow Seeker, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Okay, so I'm up to a year ago. But she has so many videos. OMG. I'm still searching. Chicago, Gen X does not and has never cared for the drama. Right, girls just want to have fun. I played that in my classroom last week. You know, I play all the hits from the 80s. You know that. 70s, 80s. And they're like, Miss Zebra, would you please play? I'm like, no. I'm only playing music from a period of time when people actually had to have talent. And they just look at me like, what's this lady talking about? I still have not found it. All right. Wow, she has so many. Has anyone found it yet? That's when she was doing all these videos on Tiffany Henyard too, so she has a bunch. I try to see good in everyone, but there are some, yeah, and that's all we can do. Chubbs, that's all we can do. Yeah, that was when she, oh my God, that's when she was doing all these videos on the Superman. She has a bunch. I cannot find it. You got a new Billy Idol CD? Eyes without a face, such a human waste. Your eyes without a face. Yes, Billy Idol. That's my favorite Billy Idol song, Eyes Without a Face. Oh my goodness. I think I found it. Is it Flamingo turned airport into Magic City? Is that the one? Is that the one that you got the vinyl? Yeah, vinyl's back. If you go to Walmart, yeah, if you go to Walmart, they are now selling vinyl is back in. Thank God. Which I still have because I hold them up sometimes. I still have a lot of vinyl. Have my Apple playlist, but I am not getting rid of my vinyl. Did you get the name of that yet, CJ? I found one that says something about flamingos, but it wasn't talking about Jamaica. Okay, gotcha. What was it about Jamaica that if you could tell me, what was she saying about Jamaica in the video? Okay, yeah, she's got a lot. Before you're not talking about, I just found a video. She was talking about some woman in Dubai. Oh, here it is. Entitled woman got sassy at Jamaica resort. Is that the one you're talking about? I just found one. It's about Jamaica. Is that the one you're talking about? Me too, Mayor. I think I'm going to pull this one up. Entitled woman got sassy at Jamaica resort and instantly regrets it. I think that's the ghetto tourists. Okay. Yes, Chum. Okay. I'm going to pull this up. Peacetime. Let me know. I think I got the right one. Thank you, dear. I think she did more than one video. I think that's a second video. There's another one about the owner of, okay. Oh, that's not the, oh, so you're saying that's not the correct one, I guess. Let me let you see this. All right, I have that up on the screen. Is this the one that you were talking about, or is it about the owner? Oh, okay. You're talking about, she did one specifically of the story I just talked about. Okay. And we know, folks, common sense is not so common, and people sometimes are just nasty. They have things, and this is what I tell my students. Again, everything is in the eyes of an educator. That's the lens that I view, right? And I tell people have things going on in their lives that you know nothing about. And yes, they may lash out, and you may not be the perpetrator. Like, for instance, I'll have a student, they'll come and tell me, this teacher, was nasty to me, or whatever the case may be. And I'll tell them, I don't take up for the teacher. I just say, look, you do not know what they experienced before you got to their class third period. Peace out. Yeah, I think there's another. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is not the one. All right. So now, you're saying she has one from the story I just talked about. Okay. Good night, Chubbs. All right, I'm gonna go to oldest. Good night, Chubby Wubby. I'll be live again tomorrow. You know that. Chicago Hood said that all common sense. Yes, in 2000s. You're absolutely right. Jeez. All right. So anyway, I'll find that video for you, and then I will Maybe put that in the comment section. I mean, in the description box. Good night, Chubby Wubby. We're glad you're back because I didn't know what happened to you. All right. So, yeah, I'll try to find that. I hope that you all have enjoyed this commentary. And all I can say, folks, here's one right-wing angel. Okay. All I can say, folks, is like I tell my students, the less you say to people, the better. You don't know where people are mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You know, just don't say anything, really. And I had a video. I wish I could. Let me show you. The man, hold on. I'm going to show you one more, and then we're going to go. The man that said, "Good night, Isaiah. I'll see you tomorrow, dear." This man deleted his TikTok account, but you know other people have it. The video, everything is. I don't care if you close your account down, delete videos. It's forever when you post it. And that's what I don't get it. People do this, and then when people come after them, you know, and it's so sad because then people will come on and say, and I've seen a lot of Mexican people come online and say, we are so sorry. And you know, this person, that person, they don't represent how all of us feel. And then it's just so sad. And let me show you what I was talking about. And then we are done. And I know it's Friday night. And we are feeling all right. All right, so here's one. And this is what I was telling you earlier. There are a lot of people who are afraid of being deported. And they're like, why aren't, isn't the Black community standing up for us like Latinos did for BLM? But you have so many people coming on social media saying horrible things about Black people. So they're like, no. So listen to this.
Avengers!
All right. And I don't want to be copyrighted because they're playing a song. But this is why, you have people who genuinely don't feel that way. And then let me show you the young man who came on spewing hate, saying, I don't need anything from Black people. They can't help themselves. Then he deleted his account. He apologized and deleted his account. So here it is. This guy up top is the guy who was talking trash. And then they, of course, you know how they cancel you on TikTok. They went for canceled him, and he deleted his account. So listen to this.
Videos of Black people making fun of Mexicans for what's happening right now with Mexican people. I have also seen Black people make videos talking about Mexicans. Don't come to us for help because we're not helping. First of all, Mexicans are not alone. They have Honduran people, they have Salvadorian people, they have Guatemalan people, they have Nicaraguan people, and a whole bunch of other countries that are willing to join forces with the Mexican people. Black people, what makes you think that Mexicans are going to come running to y'all for help? What for? Y'all Black people can't even help yourselves. That's wild. Mexican people are hardworking people. Mexican people stick together. They make it work. That's the total opposite of a black person. You want to call me a racist? Go right ahead. I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, Mexican people are not alone. They have all of us. What makes you think that a Mexican will say, oh, okay, well, we have the blacks. Let's go to them. Come on now. Y'all don't even trust each other. What makes you think that a Mexican will trust you if you don't even trust your brother? Get your popcorn ready and watch how Mexicans make this work. Lately, I have seen a lot of videos of black people making.
So let me tell you about that, man. So thank you for the super chat, Tijuana Border Jumper. I sent you some hearts. I self-deported, LOL, even though I'm an American citizen. Okay, Tijuana. And so when that guy, he made that statement, and again, he threw everyone in the same pot. And he said all these things, we're hard workers. In other words, we're not, right? And so he also said, you can't help yourselves. So he made that video. They blew his TikTok account up, and then he deleted his account. So, but then again, you have some people. You had a lot of Hispanic people come on and say he does not represent all of us. So, but that's what's going on. And it's just sad. If people would realize when you suck your last breath and you're standing in front of the Creator, he's not looking at race. He's looking at your heart. Thank you, Tijuana. Thank you, Tijuana Border Jumper. Exactly. Fridge 99% of my knowledge about Mexico is from Quentin Tarantino movie Fringe. So, but I'm saying, you have people coming on saying, hey, this guy does not represent all of us. So
I saw a video of a Hispanic man today saying that we don't need the support from Black people because we got each other. We got Mexicans, Hondurans, Salvadorians, Nicaraguenses. He basically mentioned all Central America and said, we don't need you guys. If you guys can't support each other, how is it that we need your support? Or how is it that we're going to even get your support? Anybody who saw that video, I watched the whole thing. Anybody who saw that video that's Black, I'm sorry. I'm wholeheartedly sorry. We don't all think like that. My heart has been filled with so much joy seeing the support from the Black community, because we're finally coming to realize that we are so much alike, that we need each other, that we need to support each other. That rhetoric that we should hate each other, now more than ever, we should see how alike we are and how we need each other and how we can succeed when we unite. So I'm sorry, and just know that we don't all think that way. I saw.
So again, you have this lady, she's on here apologizing, and she didn't even make the statement. And like I said, this guy, he wound up, once they blew his TikTok account up, he had to delete it. But yeah, if people would understand the forces that be and the powers that be, they don't want us all working together. They want us apart. Division. If we're all together, working together, all races and ethnicities, there's nothing we could do. They could not stop us. We could get some real things, done in this country. Tijuana Border Jumper, thank you for the super chat, love. I want everyone to succeed. Tijuana, thank you for that. Let me send you some hearts. I want everyone to succeed. And Tijuana, and I know you're tired of me going back to my classroom. Let me tell you what I tell my students. I tell my students, right, Aurelius? Thank you, dear. I tell my students, I want all of you to become gainfully employed. If you are not employed, I may be supporting you in one form or fashion. I want all of you. And I think I told you part of my job is helping students to gain employment. So I'm like Tijuana border jumper. I want everyone to succeed. If you're not succeeding, you're going to find a way, nefarious ways to get money. And I don't want anyone hitting me in my head or breaking into my home, which I'm in North Carolina. So, well, if you do, you're going to get some buckshot, but it is what it is. So I'm just saying, folks, that's all I have for you. And you know my mantra, you know what I've been saying. If we're all working together, stop all this divisiveness. Coffee Grinder. Everyone have an absolute great night. Oh, yes, Coffee Grinder. Thank you for coming again, love. I'll be live tomorrow again, talking about some more pertinent issues. I may talk about Shannon Sharp. Boy, he's catching it. Couldn't have happened to a better person. Pride before the fall. He was warned several times. But, and he was always talking about my Cowboys, so I don't care what happens to that guy. He always had something negative to say about my Cowboys, so I could care less. Okay, Coffee Grinder. Make sure it's LSIBERT. A lot of people think that's an I. That is a lowercase L. I'm going to type it now. Shannon Beta, yes. LSIBERT, and that will be at ymail.com. If you send me an email, I will definitely respond. If I don't respond, Coffee Grinder, you know I did not receive it. Okay, thank you, Coffee Grinder. Perfect. And so that's all I have for you. Like I said, tomorrow we'll get together again. And all I can say for that woman, that evil, hateful, evil woman, evil woman, evil woman. This is all I have to say for her, which is nothing. I just have this look. That's all. That's what I think about her. Aurelius, yeah, it's L. A lot of people think it's a lowercase I, dear. It's L. Thank you, dear. Yeah, email me. If you copy it straight, it's up under every video. Copy it, I'll get it. All right, I'll be live tomorrow. I enjoyed all of you. And thank you again for spending your very valuable time here at the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. If you have channel ideas you'd like for me to discuss, send me an email, lsibert@ymail.com. You know where I'm going now. I'm going straight to the comment section to talk to you as long as you are there.